We're at the beautiful Breakers Resort in West Palm Beach, Florida at the annual league meetings, sitting down with Broncos General Manager George Paton. George, pretty good backdrop here, huh?
It's not bad. Yeah, I'll take it.
You going to get out in the water at all?
Right when this is over, I'm going in the water.
I heard there was a shark out there, George.
No, you didn't.
That's what I heard. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
It's all right. They won't bother you.
George, what's it like after you make the trade of the offseason in the NFL to walk around here with some of your peers?
You know, I haven't seen many of my peers yet. We just got here. It was a great trade. I think it was a win-win trade. But really, the next day, we've kind of turned the page. You know, we're going on to Randy Gregory. We're going on to the next. So you really don't dwell. We're excited. I mean, obviously, franchise quarterback. But you move on, really, to the next transaction. And that's just the way you have to, when you're building a team, that's what you have to do.
Well, the fans are fired up about Russell Wilson, so I just want to ask you a couple about him. First, off of the field, in the building, what does he do for the Broncos culture?
Well, he hasn't been in the building, he's been in the building 2 days, but I just think he raises the level of really everyone in the building just by, first and foremost, his work ethic. And you've kind of seen doses of that through some of the workouts they've had, but just the excitement within the team, and the standards will be raised, the expectations will be raised, and I think the team will embrace that.
On the field, what is it that you like about his game that you think is going to help this team take the next step?
Well, first and foremost, he wins. He wins. He's won a lot of games. I think the most games of any quarterback their first 10 years in the league. So he's a winner, but he can beat you in so many different ways. He's athletic. He's got one of the better arms, accuracy, the deep ball. To me, is second to none. So he can beat you in so many different ways, but just the leadership he shows when you watch him. I've seen him so many times in person behind late in games, and he brings them back. So he has that it factor that we all talk about. We throw around too much with these guys, but the top ones have it, and he has it.
We heard that he was in the building checking out the Broncos. Of course, he had a no-trade clause. How did you sell him on the team?
Yeah, just told him what we're all about. Coach Hackett, myself, told him what we are about individually, but what we're trying to build here, and we talked about our team, some of the great, the foundational players we had, but how we're going to build it, how we're going to get to the next step, and our process for winning.
Heading into this offseason, did you feel like this team might just be quarterback away from getting to where you want to be?
You never want to. No team, I don't think, is a player away. I don't. But this sure helps when you get a franchise quarterback, and I think this team is it's a young team that can use a veteran quarterback to come and take us to the next level. So I feel really good about the match, our team. I think the team is ready to go. The team is ready to win. They haven't figured out how to win. I think Russ will help with that.
Just because of the experience, sometimes you just got to learn how to win, how to close out games?
I think so. A lot of our guys haven't won. They've been here their whole career and they haven't won. And you bring in guys like Russ, who's won. Randy Gregory went to the playoffs. Williams have gone to the playoffs. So you're bringing in some veteran guys, and they've all won, at their specific teams.
What was your strategy in trying to get Russell from Seattle? Because we heard some reports, Seattle was saying that they're not taking any calls. How did you approach the whole situation?
You hear things on all these quarterbacks, so you're kind of just, you're listening, and until they called, we didn't really know they were serious about trading them. And then, I got a call from their GM, John Schneider, and he sounded serious. And so then we, that was our number one priority for the whole offseason, is try to get this trade done.
Okay, I'll turn the page from Russell now, okay? You had to give up a lot to get him, of course. No first-round pick this year. How did that change your approach for the next couple of months? Or for, I guess, the next month.
Right.
Now.
It really doesn't change the approach. I mean, we'll focus on a different part of the draft. We're not going to focus on number 9, but it's a long draft. We still have 9 picks. We have 3 in the top 100, 5 in the top 111, I think. So we have a lot of picks. So it really doesn't change our process. It just changes, where we're picking, obviously. So we'll focus on, that second round. Because we could trade up, so you really have to focus on the late first as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you keep that as an option?
Yeah, you keep it. I talk about flexibility a lot. We still have flexibility. We have 9 picks. And so we can move up, we can move back, we can trade picks for next year because we're low next, in 2023. And so we can do, whatever we want. Our process remains the same, and we like a lot of picks. And I think we have 9. I think we'll have 10 by the end of it. and looking forward to it.
So you don't take Thursday off, huh? You don't just...
No, we're not going to take Thursday off. We may send some of the coaches home, but you never know, especially late in the first. You never know what's going to happen.
Well, we know that you like to break down film and really get after these guys. Do you still feel like, even though you don't have the first round picks, that you can still build a foundation of this team?
Yes, we feel we have a foundation. We wouldn't have done this trade if we thought we were going to take a step back. Like I've said, the Von Miller trade really kind of set us up to continue to build our foundation at the same time going and making a big trade to get a quarterback. So we feel 9 picks. It's a good draft. I think it's a deep draft, especially in those middle rounds. So we think we can make some hay and continue to upgrade our football team.
You talk about the foundation in place, making the trade. Then what is the expectation for the season?
That's something we need to improve. We need to get better within our division, more competitive within our division. We need to be better at home, and we need to take that next step that we haven't taken. And that starts April 11th, and we're going to work hard every day. It's a process, and to get to where we need to go.
You're very honest about that. I mean, is that just sort of like your beliefs and like, hey, like we haven't done anything the last 6 years?
Yeah, we haven't, and we won 7 games last year. So really, I don't know. Our expectations in the building are high, but until we do it, does us no good to talk about it.
Yeah, be about it.
Got to be about it, no doubt, Phil. That's a good one.
It's been a crazy offseason around the NFL. I mean, did you anticipate like maybe something like this might be around the horizon here? I mean,
you never anticipate this. We knew we were what we wanted to do. It's hard to predict what other teams are going to do, but it's been amazing. I think it's been fun. It's been exciting for the league, the fans, and the teams themselves. And so we'll see how it goes moving forward.
How do you avoid getting into like an arms race with some of these? I mean, you see, okay, they get Chandler Jones, you got to get Randy Gregory. I know it doesn't work like that, but how do you avoid that?
Well, you just focus on your team and what you need. And you're not emotional, you're not reactionary. If you have a process, you stick to it and you make the best decisions.
Okay, just a couple more for you here. We're at the owners' meetings. The Broncos are up for sale. Has that impacted anything on the football side of things, or being number one at everything is still the standard?
Yeah, I mean, we have so many things to worry about. We had to hire a head coach. We had to get a quarterback. We had to a lot of things. Free agency, all the additions we made. We have to worry about building this team and let Joe Ellis and the trustees. They're going to take care of that. And we have to win. We have to do our job, and that's our number one priority. We're really excited for the leadership that's going to come in, and we'll embrace that obviously when they come to a decision and look forward to it. But right now we have so much on our plate, Phil, that we can't worry about those things.
Obviously, you're working very closely with Nathaniel Hackett.
Yes.
You seem to be a little bit more mellow kind of a person, a little more soft-spoken. He's high energy. How do the two of you, when you guys sit down and talk football, I mean, what's the atmosphere?
It's great. I think we complement each other well. We have different personalities, but I think it's great. We bring out the best of each other, and he brings out the best in people, and that's what resonated with me throughout the interview process, is just how he makes players better. He develops players, he develops people, he develops coaches. And so it's been great. It's everything I thought when we hired him, and just really excited for our future together.
And the last one I have for you here is the schedule comes out in about a couple of weeks here, most likely. The possibility of maybe playing a game overseas. Is that something that you would be excited about?
Yes, that'd be great. I mean, I've done it 2 times when I was with the Vikings, and I think it's a great opportunity for our brand, for our football team. It's always good, I think, to get away, and it brings teams together, if you do it the right way. And so if that happens, that would be great. I look forward to it.
Maybe some primetime games with Russ, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, some night games. Get your sleep, Phil. We're going to be up late, right?
I'll be ready, George. I'll let you go get out of that water.
I want to go hit the water.
Okay, be careful. I heard there was a shark out there.
That's all right. We'll take care of him.
Thanks, George. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.